Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm here in the Amazon rainforest and we found this lake which is really crystal clear. At least when it's not raining, it's very clear. You can see the bottom, and even though it's raining, it's still quite warm. I'm already wet, so I'm going to get a bit more wet and I'm going to jump in this lake and go for a swim. So if you want to come for a swim with me, let's go.
So I misjudged the depth of the water and hit my elbow against something rather hard, and my concern instantly goes to what dangerous creatures may be lurking in this seemingly tranquil lake.
So I've been told that there isn't any piranhas here, so I did cut my elbow jumping in a little bit, but should be okay.
Our guide Mario is now going to take us on an adventure deep into the world's largest and most mysterious forest.
Remember to please subscribe to my channel and let's get into this adventure. So as we're walking through the forest, there's quite a strong smell, and my guide Mario told me that it's the urine of a big monkey. Qual é o nome do macaco?
Guariba.
Guariba. The monkey is known as the macaco guariba. One thing's for sure is there's quite a few of these monkeys in the forest quite close by. There's a lot of different sounds going on, so some birds, some frogs, some insects, just a really fascinating ambience. And up in the canopy of the forest there are monkeys, but haven't seen one yet, but I'm keeping a close eye out for those. Before I came into the forest, I asked my guide what is the most dangerous animal we have to watch out for, and he said snakes. That's what you have to watch out for most, because they are very good at hiding and you won't necessarily see one until you're bitten. And some of the snakes here in the Amazon have the most poisonous venom in the world, so if you get bit by one of those, then it's pretty much game over. There you go. So this tree is often used to make musical instruments such as the clarinet, and it's very acoustic in its quality. Makes quite a nice sound.
One interesting fact about this tree is that the locals and the people who know the Amazon well use this tree in case they're lost in the forest. You can hit the tree really hard with another piece of wood, and the tree makes such a loud sound that it can be heard throughout a huge area of the forest. So if you happen to be lost in the Amazon and you come across one of these trees, you give it a good old whack with a stick, you may get some local people coming to your rescue.
So I'm next to one of the biggest types of tree that grows in the Amazon, known as Angeline Ferro, and you see it's pretty big, and it's also meant to be very dense and very solid and heavy, so dense that actually when people try and cut it with a chainsaw, sparks fly out. It's also one of the oldest trees in Brazil. This tree has about the same age as the country of Brazil, the nation of Brazil, in the fact that it's about 500 years old, which is pretty old.
Our guide Mario now goes into full Tarzan mode.
Meu Deus.
Nossa. Que legal. Legal mesmo. Eu acho que vai sem chinelo. Sem chinelo.
Inspired by Mario's climbing skills, I now do my best George of the Jungle impression.
Aê.
Não vai muito alto. Meu Deus.
Aê.
Tá bom. George, desce.
A onça já não pega mais ele.
Legal. So as you can see, this is a vine. I've just managed to climb up halfway up. I probably could have got higher, but yeah, bit of a workout in the jungle.
So I'm here in the Caveana de Maroga, the cave of Maroga, and it's such an amazing place. It's almost like a giant shower, but I feel if I walk underneath it, it might hit me to the ground, the force of the water.
Entering the Caveana do Maroga, which is named after an indigenous warrior who took refuge in the cave during the 1960s and 70s, when this area of the Amazon was getting explored by people from other regions of Brazil for the very first time. It was during this time that a road was built from Manaus in the center of the Amazon right up to Boa Vista in Brazil's most northern state, right on the border of Venezuela. So this road cuts completely through the Amazon rainforest, running straight through territories that were inhabited by many indigenous tribes. During the time that the road was getting built, sadly thousands of indigenous tribal people were killed, some due to violence and others died of diseases. as they didn't have much immunity to diseases from the outside world, as they'd lived a very isolated life right up until this new road was built straight through their territory. And the name Maroga is the title given to chiefs in the indigenous language. This warrior took refuge in this cave, and he resisted the new settlers in the region and fought against them, and then would hide in the cave so that he couldn't be killed. And I'm not sure what happened to him in the end, but this cave is named after him in his memory. The cave is completely made out of sandstone. It's a completely natural formation, and walking through the cave and seeing all the different arches and tunnels, it becomes very apparent that this would be an excellent hiding place for someone who doesn't want to be found.
Guys, so I've just stopped by this tree, which is called pau rosa, and one thing you'll notice is even just walking past this tree is that it has a really nice smell. And if you break off a bit of bark, it smells absolutely amazing. It's very fragrant, slightly spicy, and this scent is actually used for Chanel perfumes. It smells just like a perfume. Really, really lovely smell, and it's used for Chanel perfume. Apparently Chanel No. 5 is this exact same smell. So I know I came across another tree called Brero Branco in the rainforest, and I'm not sure which one smells better actually, but they both smell incredibly good. So one thing when you're walking in the Amazon, you should always try and look where you're walking, because you may come across something like this. So we've just came across a tarantula here in the Amazon rainforest. It's absolutely massive. So anyone who's scared of spiders, you may not want to come to the Amazon rainforest. You get spiders this size.
Be sure to subscribe and check out my next video, where I venture through the jungle to find and paint one of the region's most renowned waterfalls, Cachoeira Iracema.